Pushing Daisies.
Yes! I
we
love
talk
Pushing
about that in a
Daisies. I
different
have that on
episode?
my list.
Yeah,
That show was so funny.
Yeah,
That
is a good
show was amazing, and it only aired 22 episodes, and it was gone far too soon. So the general concept of Pushing Daisies is you have the main character, Ned, the pie maker, who when he's a kid, he discovers that he has this ability to bring dead things back to life with a single touch.
Yep, a single touch.
But they can only come back to life for a minute, and if they are alive again for more than a minute, something else has to die to take its place.
Ooh. Someone else, usually.
Someone or something.
Yeah.
He finds this out because he brings his dog back to life, and then it kills his mother.
No. I think what happened was he brought the dog back. To
him,
and there was
there was
no
fly. There was a fly.
A fly died.
Right.
And then his mother had a brain aneurysm.
His mother has a brain aneurysm and dies. He touches her and brings her back to life, but she stays alive longer than the minute because at that time he doesn't know what the constraints are in this ability. And his neighbor's father drops dead in place of his mother. Well, he doesn't know that if he touches the thing again, it will go back to being dead forever. Like permanently. He cannot bring it back. And his mother goes to kiss him goodnight, and then the contact, his mom dies again.
Oh, that's just... Yeah, right, I remember that because I saw that.
Trauma.
Wow, that is just a source of nightmares right there.
I also love how this series is played off like a storybook.
Yeah, the whole thing...
Because it has a narrator.
Right. It's narrated, it's played like it's a story, but like a fairy tale story. Everything is bright colors. There's musical quality to it as well, because you've got Kristen Chenoweth playing Olive Snook. Well, he finds out that his childhood crush, the girl whose father he accidentally killed, that she died. And he goes to the funeral. Well, I think he gets pulled in by a PI to do some investigating for him.
Because he's on the like the thing is the private investigator found out, he uses him to bring the dead people back to life for less than a minute and ask them who killed them.
But so his dead childhood crush, so they get the case and he goes and wakes her up, but oops, a minute passes and she stays alive. And the whole thing is they can never touch again.
So
they
the
have an entire relationship based around the fact that they can never touch each other again, otherwise she will die.
If she ever wants to kiss this motherfucker, she gets plastic wrap and puts it over his face.
And I'm looking at a picture of him, and he's pretty kissable.
Well, it's Lee Pace, so yes. but so, like, his dog, the one that he brought back to life, because he brought the dog back to life, the dog hasn't died. And so he brought the dog back to life when he was a kid, and the dog is still alive and kicking when he's an adult.
So we don't know if it's like an immortal thing or...
Because that never got explored, but...
Yeah.
So instead of him petting his dog, he had a wooden hand, like, grabber type thing he made, and he uses that to scratch the dog's head because he can't actually touch the dog.
And the dog also knows. The dog understands that if he touches him, he'll die.
Yep. Because the dog's seen it happen to the mother and to other people. So the dog kind of put two and two together because Digby's smart. It's a very cute and cheesy show.
It's a very silly show, but it's amazing.
Like, it'll give
the name
you
of the
cavities.
shop was called The Pie Hole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, what a dark
the
concept
show
for
is
such
so
an adorable show.
So, like, it's very dark subject matter that's very bright and colorful.
Yeah,
it's a great show.
I see a description of the visuals of the show saying it feels somewhere between Amelie and Tim Burton.
Yes. Yeah, like, everything is, like, the brightest possible color palette they could have selected, except for Ned's clothes, because he typically wears black. Everyone else...
He contrasts with the world.
Yeah, everything else in the show, like, bright greens, bright yellows, bright pinks. Everything is, like, as pastel and or neon as possible.
Yeah. If you like just look up Pushing Daisies like on images on Google, you'll just know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm colorblind and I know this. Hey, this is Pete from the Internet Nobodies podcast. If you enjoyed that little clip, why don't you go check out the rest of the podcast? Links will be in the description.